Hi guys, this is your boy Emmanuel Ajmaibadu. Go on YouTube and subscribe to Sahara Football. Cheers.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Usually I am your host, Selassie Fiawe. Breaking news is that as many as 8 players from the Ghana Black Stars squad that was named just last week by Coach Otuado have withdrawn. Yes, as you can see yesterday when we went to the airport to cover the arrival of some of the players, we just got 2 of them. Then the rest were technical team, Lauman and Co. The rest had not joined. And usually we get a higher number than that on the day one because Antoine Semenyo played on Saturday. He would have come with Joe Wallacott and other English guys. It was quite eerie to say the least, but it's understandable. We'll give the reasons the FA gave for those players being absent, and the replacements that have been called. One replacement has been called, and my thoughts on who should be called to replace these further 8 guys who have been announced here. Before we jump into it, I'll give a couple of shout out. But today, a special birthday to Ernest in Ketia. He told me today is his birthday, so I promised I'll give him a shout out. Ernest, I wish you all the very best. I wish you a great year, as November 11th is your birthday, and you were born on the anniversary of Accra Hearts of Oak, who are 113 years today. So Ernest, you're a special and amazing person. I wish you all the very, very best. A couple of shout out. Let me give a couple of shout out before we dive into it. Also going to Emmanuel Amani. Thank you so much for your comment on the last video. Ibrahim Isaka. Also, your comment on our last video is much appreciated. Fusaini Isa as well. Thank you so much for your comment on our last video. Pretty baby face. That's the name there. Thank you so much. Adosola. He commented on our last video. And Nana Eson. I hope I got the pronunciation right. Let's jump right into it. And as many as 8 players have withdrawn from Ghana's squad that is set to face Niger and Angola. Angola, first of all, on November 15th, then Niger on November 18th. That's just 1 week from today. There are myriad of reasons why these guys are not available, but 8 of them have withdrawn from the Black Star squad. And it is clear that Coach Otuado will be looking for a replacement for them. Before we talk about the replacements, and there's been one replacement already, let's look at the reason why these 8 players are not in the squad to face Angola due to various reasons. Now, Iñaki Williams, I brought the news to you on Saturday. He's out because of a hamstring injury picked up on November 7th and has since not been able to train. Now, Tariq Lamptey was not in his side squad for the win versus Manchester City. He had a calf discomfort that got aggravated last week and currently undergoing rehabilitation with his club. Jonas Ajeti was on his way to full recovery but had a setback in their league game on Saturday, November 9th. So yeah, Jonas Ajeti is not going to be here. Jerome Opoku, a chronic back pain which got worse during a Super League game against Besiktas on Saturday, November 10th. Now, Jerome is currently undergoing rehabilitation with his club. Antoine Semenyo, he was in action for his club side over the weekend as they lost to Brentford 3-2, not being able to follow up that win versus Manchester City. He is nursing an injury on the patella tendon due to an overload of games. The club medical team thought it wise to use the break to refer him to a tendon specialist to prevent worsening of the injury. Alexander Juku, who was in action over the weekend, had an aggravation of an existing hamstring that got him substituted in their last game on Sunday yesterday. Now, Ibrahim Osman, another guy who I reported to you, picked up a hamstring injury in his last outing for his club, which got him substituted at halftime. And Joseph Paintsel, it's a personal issue. A lot of you predicted this would happen, and I'm not overly surprised myself. This is a game we are growing in that does not really affect much. A draw in the first game for Sudan, and they are through. A draw in the next game, whichever way it happens, Sudan's probability of qualifying over Ghana is higher. Why should the players who are in a season where their teams need them risk their fitness. Flying, coming in. So these are the reasons coming in for the players. Most of them are injuries, and only just a Painsel's reason is a personal one, meaning we cannot be privy to the conversation he has had with Otuado and why he is going to be in without him. And now the news is that, before I go into my thoughts on who should substitute or replace these players, the news is that there has been a replacement for these players. Yes, there has been a replacement for these players, and it is going to be interesting for you to hear. The Elfsborg man, Terry Yegbe, has been called. Yes, Terry Yegbe, formerly of Vision FC, has been called. He's being handed a debut call-up to the Black Stars for the last 2 games of the Afcon 2025 qualifiers. Now, the 23-year-old becomes a late addition to the squad after Otuado had named his squad last week. The understanding is that the defender is currently on his way to Ghana after departing Sweden alongside club teammate Michael Beidou, who has also been invited for the 2 games. Yegbe has been a part of Elfsborg's season in both the Swedish League and the UEFA Europa League, contributing 6 clean sheets to the domestic league. The centre-back featured in 22 games, starting all and scoring 3 goals in the period. He also added 1 assist to his tally this term. Yegbe has also started all 4 Elfsborg games in the Europa League this season and managed 1 clean sheet, coming in a win over AS Roma. It will be first time the former SJK man is being invited to the senior national team, his last national assignment being with Black Meteors during the 2023 African Cup of Nations. Now, Ghana face Angola away. The Black Stars on the cusp of missing out on the Afcon qualifiers. So Terry Yegbe has been called up. I think for the rest of the guys, or for the rest of the vacancies that are available, only locally based players should be called up, in my opinion. I just feel it to be a waste of time to call foreign based players to fly in and possibly waste money and bringing them in. I don't think it will be wise and prudent to do that. Let's get our local boys, those ones, because as I said already, and I've kept on saying, we have the CHAN, and this will probably be the best time to call locally based players to use this period to train and get ready for the CHAN competition. It's as simple as that, and I think the FA and whoever is in charge are just being stubborn. Just call the local guys, Isaac Affle and co. Call more of those guys. There are many of them doing well in the local league. Call them, let them play, let them impress us, and let's see what they can do for us. It's as simple as that. These guys are not going to fly in when their clubs know very well the odds of us going to the AFCON and whether they are really needed. There will be more withdrawals, in my opinion. Let's just use the local players for these qualifiers, the last 2 qualifiers, and see where we go from there. But let me know your thoughts in the comments box. What do you think? What do you think this message sends across? The next international games is in March. Do you think Otuado should punish players who did not come in here and did not play for us, as he did with Thomas Partey and all that? Or do you think he should let bygones be bygones and know that it's one of those things? We are not going to qualify from the eyes of the officials and the odds looking at it. And that is why they made that decision. Let your thoughts in the comments box on everything. I'll see you guys in the next one. Enjoy the rest of your week.